Good customer service. That is a way of doing successful business. Be able to satisfy your customer the way you should satisfy your customers. Now, what am I talking about? What I am talking about is the part that I had bought for the Jetta, which is the strut that I'm replacing, which I should have already got. Now, last time I checked the tracking, it is on my way today. Now, for those who don't know, I'll give you a little backstory. I bought the strut. Came in 3 days, just like it said. Open it up. The picture of the package shows the correct part. Open it up, and the part that's on the inside is the wrong part. Totally different, other than maybe the top half, but the way it mounts the car itself is totally different. Or I should say, to the suspension part. So I got a hold of them, which getting a hold of them is a pain. Customer service, sometimes you'll call. It took me 3 hours just to get the phone to ring. Most of the time it was a busy signal. But I got a hold of them and they seemed very, very nice. They gave me a return label. Said they'd ship the right one out once I got that one shipped. So I got the label, put it on there, shipped it out, called them back, which was another hour and a half to get a hold of somebody. And then I told them, hey, I got this part returned. It's heading towards you. She said, okay. She asked me if I wanted to return or if I want to replace it. I said, I want to replace it because I need this part. So they said, all right, I'll have it shipped out that day. So they gave me a tracking number and everything. And it says it was going to arrive on the 25th, which was Monday. So after a few hours, I checked the tracking number, and it says it was processed ready for UPS. The next day, it says it's processed ready for UPS. Alright, well, sometimes now it does not update. I get that. Somebody forgets to scan, don't do their own job, whatever. So, I'm like, well, I'll definitely wait till Monday. And it says between 1:45 to 4:45. If I ain't here by 4:45, then I'm going to send them a message. Hey, my part hadn't came. Want to check the tracking number? It still says it's in process, wait for UPS. Never did get a reply back from them when I didn't get the part. And I sent that message to them. But about 2 hours later, I figured, well, I'm going to check this shipment and see if maybe it's delayed or something. Well, then it says it's on transit for me, being shipped out that same day that it's supposed to be delivered. That is not the way you do customer service. If you want, or if you're going to say that you're going to ship something out that day to have it done there to a certain thing, that's when you should do it. Now, I wouldn't be upset about it if they would have said, hey, we're going to wait until we get the part, make sure you're really shipping this back, which they had a tracking number. Because that's how I know that they've already got their part. Because I checked their tracking number of the part they returned. And sure enough, they'd already received it on the time that they're supposed to. And then they turn around and send it back. Send me part. And hopefully it's the right one. I'm starting to get a little skeptical. Because I know for a fact the part that I sent says it's weighed, box and all, 12.5 pounds. The one they're sending to me says a little over 13, which should be the right part. Then I was looking at the part that they received. Well, it also says 13.5 pounds, although I got the receipt. And I was there when they weighed it and it says 12.5. So hopefully it is going to be the right part. Now, I'm pretty sure they're waiting for their 5-star review. Are they going to give a 5-star review? No, because their customer service sucks. They don't have anybody really to answer the phone. Apparently they only have one phone. Lady's rude as I'll get it until she finally gets a hold of you, at least on the second time. Then she realized, hey, this is the one I've already talked to. because even their option menu is so confusing. And then to say, hey, we're going to send this out right then and not do that. Just blatantly lied to you. I can understand if they're going to say, hey, look, we're going to make sure we're going to get the part back. I can totally understand that. I wouldn't have been happy that I didn't have the part, but I would have been understandable. But say you're going to send it off and then not, no. That is not the way to do things. Now, last time I checked, like I said, it said now that it is out for delivery. And this is the day before Thanksgiving. And I was kind of hoping that it was going to arrive before the rain did. Unfortunately, I got up late, or really early this morning, just because of the bathroom, and it was pouring down rain. And it's not raining as much now, but it is soaking wet. So if I get the part, I may not be able to put it on the car, which is what sucks about working outside when you don't have a shop. I really want a shop. I'm looking for one and can't find one that's available in my area that's going to be close and still be able to do my work. And usually when I find them, I can't even afford them in the first place because they cost more than rent for a big fancy house. So I'm still looking though. I am still looking, which I need a bigger place. If I can find a house that's got a carport, I'll use the carport so I have something to work underneath where I don't have to worry around. I can put tarps on the side because I've had houses that had carports before, and yeah, put a couple of tarps on the side of it. Sorry about that. The guy where I work at, because I've took a vacation day today. He's fixing to get off of work, and now he's going to be messaging me while I'm trying to do a video, which we are good friends. So just excuse any of the noise that you may hear coming from my phone. But yeah, I did not like the way they've done me, and I'm hoping that this part is going to be the right part. Now, am I going to do business with them again? Absolutely not. There is no way. I am definitely not going to give them a good review. I don't like giving bad reviews when I buy something, either from eBay, Amazon, whatever website I happen to buy from. Usually I give them the benefit of the doubt. But as far as doing this and customer service side, no, they really need to work on it. Not saying that they haven't made their money and they're not doing their business, but I mean, when I called and it took me forever to get through, just tells me they must be a lot of customer complaints if their phone service, if this is a business now, and their business is so caked up with calls that you end up with nothing but a busy signal, which means you're getting a busy signal because there's no way of a signal going through any phone service. Now, sure they ain't got but just one phone and one line in and out if it's a true business. Now, on the rating, there was like a 98. I think a 98.8. I always try to check. Sometimes I forget to look to see how they are, because there was several that was close to that same price. Now for a little bit twice as much, I could have got enough to go through the whole car. But I just need to get this part fixed, because I am planning on upgrading all the suspension to a totally different style to lift the car just a little bit, so I can put some different kind of tires on this. And I was planning on doing it by this winter, but then I had other stuff come up that's kind of took away a little bit of my money. Plus I got that Nissan that I am trying to get straightened out, which I got to call the tag service to make sure I do got the right paperwork, and hopefully I can get the registration and tag on that car and maybe get it ready to give my son for Christmas, so that maybe a little bit after Christmas before I can actually hand it over to him. Uh, none of them which even know, just my close family and some of my friends actually know that, hey, this is what I'm planning on giving my son. So we'll see how that goes. If they don't want it, trust me, I will keep the car. I kind of fell in love with it, but I gotta say, I miss driving my Jetta, especially my heated seats. I love my heated seats. I still gotta put the heater coil on this, and I could have done all this while I was waiting on that, but I do have it on jack stands. So I don't really feel comfortable sitting on this, but my jack stands is sturdy enough, and it's on that side of the car, not this side. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't even be sitting in this car. Sitting in it because I didn't want my phone to get wet in case it started raining again, because it is definitely wet, but it has finally stopped raining. Don't even see it sprinkling anymore. Really need to crank the car. It's been a couple of weeks since I cranked it, and I need to get some more gas and charge up my motorcycle. I tried to crank it the other day and it was dead. Unfortunately, I had to take all the gas out of it because my car was low, and I ended up running out of money because catching up on some bills where putting all these cars together took a big chunk of my insurance, and well, my insurance is really high next month. But I'm gonna take half of this, half what I need from this check, and next check, and I should be able to cover it that way. So I believe I'll be able to spread it between those and be all right. But anyway, the main video is a ramp about my strut. Should have already had it. According to them, I should have had it Monday at the same time that they actually got it. And then I didn't even receive it. And then they shipped it out. They still have not replied, hey, I'm sorry, this is the reason why we hadn't shipped it out. That's just it. That's what upsets me the most, is they never, ever talk back to me. And I mean, I thought when I first seen it and I sent that reply, I was like, man, I'm gonna have to get out off work the next day, which I only have like an hour and a half by the time I get home before they'd close. And it took me 3 hours the first time I called. I was like, I may be going days trying to get a hold of them from going through and hopefully be getting in between the busy signals. Which, yeah, it's not a good sign that they're good service people that's doing their job the way they should to satisfy their customers. I will give y'all an update on whether I get the part or not. Hopefully I can get it on the car. Hopefully I'll be able to start driving the car again. Do have some plans I want to do on the truck. Some of the stuff though is probably going to be after Christmas, since it is going to be the crunch time on trying to penny pinch so you can get by with the presents and all that stuff. And then of course I got to finish up the Nissan, which I do got a video on the Nissan that I was working on. Then my stomach's like, no, you ain't finished that up. I end up stopping. That's just taking the tint off the window. The rear window, the tint came off easy because being stuff up there, it was grabbing a hold of the tint already, so it kind of decayed it. The driver's side, I found out that it has 2 layers of tint, which is why it's so dark. Got the first layer off. I was like, oh, I might leave that on there, but I never could get the sticky residue off. I was like, well, I'm going to have to remove this tint. Anyway, so I started removing it, and unfortunately, it does not want to come off as easy as the back or that first layer of tint. And when it's hard to roll up the window, up and down now. And I have some stuff that would help move it, and I can't find where I put it, and I probably need to go actually buy some tint remover stuff. I can't remember if Walmart sold it. Someplace sold it before. I may have to get that, especially with it being cold. Just happened to got that warm day, be able to do it. Today's supposed to get pretty warm, but it's going to be raining, and I got to go to my nephew's later on for Thanksgiving dinner, since they're having it today and not Thanksgiving tomorrow. So tomorrow, if it's not raining, I do have plans on just staying home and working on the cars. Working on this and working on the Nissan, and hopefully get videos on some of those. I don't know if I'm going to finish doing the video on this or not, especially if it's still raining like this. Probably won't get my camera out. I could set my GoPro up back into the waterproof case. You just wouldn't be able to hear it. And I'm trying to find me a better way of recording my voice when I use that camera like that and get a good sound, because I still can't even find the mic that I bought for that does real good. The other one I got, that's a little T fit and says on there, which is a cheap one. I can't remember if I got it off of Amazon or if I got it off of Wish. I know I didn't get it off eBay, but that thing just makes the horriblest racket when I record. Anyway, I think I've rambled on long enough on this video. I'm actually going to go back inside and warm up a little bit, since I can't do nothing right now because I'm still waiting on the part. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.